Michelin Defenders LTX MS 10 ply. Ready for 10,000 new miles. 2023 trip. All right, this is our new coffee maker pot for our travel trailer for this year, and I just wanted to give you a small quick review, even though I haven't tested it completely, but this is what it's called, and it's the CFP 300 series. Now they have different models, so that's what you got to watch out for. They have like a 301, a 305, a 307, and some of the differences in the features are this is a digital front face, so it lights up and all the features are kind of digital, and there's other things that aren't even displayed right here, but it has different settings. So right now this is set up for pods, so there's a pod insert here, and you can choose different styles: classic, rich, over ice, specialty. It has a frothing little whip to make whipped milk and such. Comes with a little measuring scoop. It actually has dispenser for coffee and a separate line for hot water. So you turn the knob there and you get options for hot water, water temperature, boiling hot, and then you got different sizes all the way up to like 60 ounces of hot water. So you could do it for teas, oatmeal, etc. So inside of this is a let's see, inside of this container. So what makes this container nice for the travel trailer is that this water reservoir can switch from the side or rotate to the back, which gives it a very narrow profile. So you could just basically shove it up against the wall somewhere, if you don't want to, because a lot of travel trailers don't have a lot of space. So this could be shoved up against the wall and give you like a little bit less profile, because that can rotate around. Now what's also makes it uniquely smaller in the front is that it's a pod, and if you remove this, let's see. Oh wait, I gotta go backwards to remove. Okay, there we go. It locks in there. So this little housing piece right here is the pod unit, and then this becomes grounds. So you put your filter in there and away you go. Now when you put the filter in, things on the front change. So now you have options. You have single cups, so if you want to put enough coffee in there for coffee grounds for a single cup and different ounces, you can go into like a quarter carafe or half, quarter to full carafe, 3/4, half. So you have those different options there. And I chose also the metal carafe instead of the glass for the travel trailer, because that way I don't have to worry about it breaking in travel. And it comes with this unique little brew lid, which I'm not 100% a fan of, because I would rather maybe have one that seals. It has a pour spout at the front, but I'd rather have one that seals so that no hot air gets out, so it stays warmer in there longer. But it does say that it will stay warm in there for a long time, and I have tested that. The water does stay warm in there for a long time, and that is a hot plate that you can turn off. Not much else to tell you. It's really pretty cool. You can delay. Oops. You can delay for it's telling me, see, I pushed a button there and it was telling me that the door is closed. And there is actually a drip, there's a no drip feature too. So sometimes when you're brewing coffee and you want to get like a pot, like a cup now, you could actually flip this over, I believe, and it will stop the dripping, stop the process. You can get your cup and then reopen it. And that will, like, and also at the end of, like, when you're done making your coffee, you ever have that process where you take your coffee pot out and it just drips on your hot plate? Well, this little thing shuts that off, so you get no drippage and you keep your hot plate clean. So anyways, that's the coffee maker for our travel trailer. Really like it. It's got some neat features. Now, what I was going to say about the model, the 300 series, some have, this is all digital, which may be a plus and minus, but some of them are not. Some of them have buttons on the front face and it doesn't light up. So it's kind of more of a, it's different. It's more manual. Some people might like that versus the digital. And some of the other features on some of the models, like one of the features comes with a permanent like coffee filter, which I think you could buy separately. What else is there? And besides the craft, some of the models have a glass craft. So anyways, that's the coffee maker. We really like it so far. I've been making coffee pods. I've done a pot so far. I haven't tried the frother, or I think the only difference between Rich, let me see for that. Let me go back here and show you something real quick. You take this out. Oh, which makes this kind of a smaller face housing is that the pod unit is separate. So you can take the pod unit out and wash it. You could also take the coffee filter housing and wash it. So you got all these little parts that you can keep clean. And so that goes in and basically locks. You just pull it forward and it locks it in place. There's a little lock right there, a little symbol. And you're good to go. But you notice how the front changes whenever you do certain things. So I'm not sure how long this digital part of this is going to last, but you know, we'll give it a season, and if you have any questions regarding that, let me know. Like I said, I haven't tested the frother, and I believe that there's the classic. When you do classic, I'm gonna go back up there, toggle through those. When you do classic and 12 ounce, and then you do rich, it's 11. And then over ice, it changes certain things on the dial. So things I need to read, most of my will be a regular classic brew, and might try some iced coffee over the summer. And I definitely want to try doing some lattes with the frother. So I'm going to get me some little flavored syrup and enjoy some vanilla lattes. So anyways, I hope it works and I hope it doesn't break in travel. Thanks for watching. And this is Costco, sells this particular model. I paid $50 more, but I got the metal carafe, and mine comes with all digital. And this is what I was talking about. Some of these are actually buttons. It's a little different setup. So pretty much the same as mine, but $50 more for the glass, different digital output. You still get the frother, which goes around the side. But yeah, just so you know, there's different models out there. Oh, and this one comes with the thing that you can buy separate if you wanted to. It's like a permanent filter. All right, ready to embark on our 5-6 month journey. My only concern is, here's the trailer. Everything looks flat and level there. The only thing that I don't like is I got a little trailer dip right there on my truck, and it's a little higher in the front. The back of my truck is pretty full, not as full as it has been, and my back is full too. So there's a little bit of weight in here. Pass-through is very heavy, and I do have about 10 gallons of water with 70 pounds, and that's all up front also. But the trailer is level. It's just the back of my truck dips. So anybody out there who does travel trailer, if I raise the back of my truck up just a little bit with some supports, it would lift my trailer up there. This would have to be adjusted. So does that look okay to you? Is that too much of a dip in the back of the truck? Let me know what your opinions are on that. Curious. I am going to be dropping about 120 pounds off in about a month in the back of the truck, and I could take some of the weight off of the trailer and move it here, but then this is maybe where I need to lighten the load anyway, so we'll see how this looks after I lighten the load a little bit. One of my concerns is these tires. Look at that, it's flattening out there. It's really flattening out that tire on the bottom there. It's concerning. I did weigh my truck, just the truck itself, at the cat scales, and I came up 6,700 pounds. I can't remember what I got on my rear axle. I had the front end, this one, on two different scales. So these tires, I can't remember what they're rated for weight. 2756. So I think I'm potentially over that. I don't know. 2756 pounds. Right there. Max press 300 or 44 psi max, but that's a little concerning right there. Little tire squat. Well, like I said, I do have my e-bikes in here. That's 140 pounds, well, 160 pounds. And like I said, I'm carrying about 120 pounds extra weight in the back, that when I get to a destination, you know, the bikes can come out, and that 120 some will come out after about a month. We'll take a look-see at that and see how that looks. But unfortunately, the bikes are always going to be with us in the back. It's just so much weight in this trailer. Why do they make trailers? Why do they make trailers this way? You know, the water tanks are up front, the pass-throughs up front. The last place I want is that to be like that. I want my water tanks to be middle over the axles, you know, and pass-through. Would be nice if they spread a little bit of the passage, the storage in the back more, just to keep the weight off the tongue, you know, just to keep the weight off the tongue. And that's my setup. I have the 4-point sway control, and yeah, I don't know. We're gonna see. This trip will either go good or we will have disaster. We will see. All right, we're doing a cat scale. Got front axle, back axle, trailer, and check the weight, and I'll show you what the weight is when we're done. I think I'm heavy. I'm very heavy. Still nervous about those tires. All right, this seems a little weird and a little off. So I'm hoping to remember to put my, yesterday I came and weighed my truck by itself. So I put my truck axles on 2 different scales. Today, big difference, and I wasn't on the scale myself, so add a couple 100 pounds to the front axle. But that's a little 14,000 pounds, is that right? So it's telling me my front axle's 31, my drive axle's 42, and the trailer 6660. Now I can see that being pretty close. I mean, the trailer, but it's kind of weird how everything is, because when you look at your trailer numbers, here, I'm going to show you what our trailer numbers are on the side here. What it says, this is what it says from the factory. My dry weight, 7660. And then I have a cargo weight of about, right there. So cargo weight, 1,700 pounds. So I can go up to quite a bit, like 80, 90, 600 pounds, something like that. But I don't think that's quite accurate. I mean, this is supposed to be accurate from the company, but anyways, yeah. So I have to do some figuring out, and I'll have to do another scale weight down the road, but it seems kind of weird and a little vague and a little weird. I have to understand how this works. Well, you're wondering why I'm laying on the ground and I'm under my truck. Well, part of RVing and full-time RVing is, I'm new at this. And so I need to do what's called, in maintenance. And one of the most critical spots on my whole travel is the connection between my truck and the trailer, and it's called the bumper. Now, when I was somebody rear-ended me a while back and they had to replace my bumper. So making sure that all of these are tight, just hand tight, yeah, but I am going to have to come through, and I haven't done it yet, but I do need to see what these are torqued at. I don't know what the regulations for torque is, but underneath here. So this is my bumper and this is my hitch, and my bumper had a loose bolt. So that's my bumper, this is my hitch, that is loose. But these are the main big ones right here, these 3, but still loose. So always check everything. This thing right here, this bag that I got rigged up here, I don't know if it's going to work. This is the first time I've ever used it for this, but it actually is supposed to go on top of my hitch cover there to protect it from rain and elements and sun. So I might end up buying another one of these. The original reason I bought this was to cover my hitch. Since I'm not taking it off right now, I'm leaving it on. I don't want to get grease every time I walk around. So this is to protect my pants and clothes, which I've already got grease on today, which is a no-no for me because I was supposed to change my pants. So I could just take this off, but I really don't have any place to put it yet. I'm carrying stuff in the back of my truck for family, and I'm a little overloaded at the moment. But as soon as I get the stuff out of my truck, then I can take this and throw it in the back. So I'm going to show you some things today about what I do for RV security. And this locked up right here. I've got this locked up there. There's 2 little deterrents, and I've got a wheel lock, which is kind of overkill, but see it down there, the red and yellow? That's just another thing that deters people from, like, you know, when we're gone and they approach our car and they have the right tools. You know, I guarantee you, these type of people who are stealing things are going to have the right tools. They will be able to get your jacks, your landing gear up in a heartbeat, and everything else to get it up and going. The only thing that's going to take them time, slow them down, is if they have to cut that off, and then they'd have to cut that off. Those three things are the things that would deter them from stealing the trailer completely. Other than that, you know, these things are crap because they can just pry these off with crowbars and such and steal everything that's in your pass-through. And your door's probably crap too, but those are here and there. Those are the smaller things. The big thing, of course, is the trailer. So anything that you can do to deter somebody from stealing your trailer is a bonus. I don't know if I've mentioned this in my videos before. This is like this is a moronic engineering flaw, right? City water, your connection to power are right above each other. Would have been smarter maybe to do it reverse, electrical above. You know, just if you end up with a leak or something here, crack, something like that, and it goes right into your power. Stupid design flaw. 4 inches over. Winner, winner. This way, loser.